Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about OneUI 4, which is Samsung's skin of Android 12, and I just recently got it a couple of days ago, so I'm going to be going over my initial thoughts on this update. Now I wanted to start off with the thing that stuck out to me the most, and that was the widget changes. So a lot of the widgets got an overhaul to match with like Android 12's material UI look, and I really do like them a lot. I like that they also have all the Google widgets that are very nice as well. The one thing I did wish to see though was in the lock screen, you don't really get those big clock icons like you do on Android 12 on Google's phones, but it still looks like a Samsung lock screen to me, and that's not a bad thing, but it's also not really a pro. It's just the same to me. Another thing that was pretty obvious was the color changes. So if you guys didn't already know, with the new Android 12 update, you can choose a color palette based on your background, and it'll change all the supported apps to that sort of color palette. So I like green and all that stuff, so I chose that. It changed a lot of Google apps like Gmail and Google Keep Notes, but it didn't change some apps like Google Docs, and it barely changed Google Calendar. So, you know, some things are affected and some things aren't. I wish that the settings app was customizable with that change. I like that you can do that to your drop down menu where you can see your notifications, but the actual settings app itself still looks the same no matter what color palette you choose, which is a little bit of a letdown in my opinion. Another cool feature on Android 12 is obviously the better privacy. Whenever you use an app that accesses the camera or microphone, it'll show up as a green dot in the top right corner to let you know that they are currently active and being used. Another thing I wish they would change as well is the notification dot. In OneUI's launcher, there's a notification dot you can have, and it's still orange. I wish that it would have changed depending on that color palette as well. Along with the delete color on the text when you're deleting a screenshot, it's still the same orange color. I wish it was maybe going with the color palette as well, but these are all minor complaints that I personally found to be a little bit disappointing. Not to say that they're the end of the world or anything, because I'm honestly quite surprised with how fast this update actually came out. My biggest gripe with Samsung, and the reason why I've always wanted to switch off of Samsung, but I love their hardware, so I've never been able to, is the fact that their software takes so damn long to launch. And people say, oh, they take longer because they're trying to fix all the bugs before it actually goes on the live server, but I've always had problems with OneUI's first update anyways, so it doesn't really excuse the fact that it's taking them so long to announce this update when it's still going to have a lot of bugs. Speaking of bugs, this update actually doesn't have that many, and I have only run into one major problem, and that is scrolling on Android 12 or OneUI 4 is poor at best. You know, if you're scrolling too fast on Twitter or any app at all, Twitter, Reddit, anything basically, it'll stutter while you're scrolling down or scrolling up. It just stutters like there is no tomorrow. Now I'm pretty sure that's an easy fix that they could do and like a bug fix, so that is not a big deal to me. But I was quite surprised to see that even though this update came out a lot faster, it had less bugs for me than OneUI 3 did when OneUI 3 came out. I have heard that OneUI 4 is a lot more stable than Android 12 on the Google Pixel 6 and 6 Pro. So if that's the case, then that is definitely a plus sign for me. Now I really wish they gave you the option to have the bigger pills on the notification drop down bar. I really like that in Android 12, and the fact that it's not even an option and they just removed it entirely, it's a bit of a letdown for me. I wish they would at least get an option, because a lot of people like it, but a lot of people don't. So it would have been really cool to see them try to implement that as an optional feature that you can turn on or turn off for more customization. But the fact that I can't even do that is a bit of a letdown. The notification drop down bar looks the same, plain old, and I don't really like how it's always looked, and I'm kind of sad that I can't do anything about that. Other than that, OneUI 4 is set to be a really good update for Samsung. I'm actually very happy with how it turned out. There's some small, minor personal complaints of mine and one big problem, which is the scrolling, but other than that, this update is very, very good. Let me know what you guys think about OneUI 4 in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.